Hi there and welcome to the Poker Essays channel. In this video I'm going to tell you about one of the most important concepts for successful poker play, the so-called odds and outs and the pot odds. You will learn how to determine whether a bet or call tends to be profitable for you or a losing play. The relevant factors are the probability to improve your hand, the pot size, and the cost of continuing the hand with a bet, call or raise. In other words, understanding odds and outs is essential for successful poker play. Let me start with some basics and general considerations. Outs are considered to be all those cards which in a given situation improve your hand to a hand desired for that situation. Odds are the ratio of the unknown cards in a given situation minus the outs to the outs. Take a look at the first example. You hold the King of Hearts and the Tray of Hearts. 4 cards are on the board: the Jack of Hearts, the Ace of Hearts, the 9 of Diamonds and the 7 of Spades. If you assume that in the given situation you need at least a flush for the best hand, you have a total of 9 outs, the remaining hard cards. Since 6 cards have been revealed to you in this situation, your 2 cards and the 4 cards on the board, a total of 46 unknown cards remain in the deck. Once you subtract the number of outs from these 46 cards and put that number in relation to the outs, you have the odds. In this case 37 to 9, or if you divide by 9, approximately 4 to 1. 4 to 1 means that you will miss the flush 4 times for an average of 5 attempts and hit it once. This results in a 20% probability of hitting the flush with the next card. Now take a look at the second example. You hold the Jack of Spades and the 10 of Hearts. 4 cards are on the board: the Queen of Clubs, the King of Hearts, the 8 of Diamonds and the Deuce of Spades. If you assume that in the given situation a straight is required for the best hand, you have 8 outs, every ace and every 9. 6 cards have been revealed to you, 2 hold cards plus 4 cards on the board. Consequently, a total of 46 unknown cards is still in the deck. Similar to the first example, you can calculate your odds, in this case 38 to 8, or if you divide by 8, 4.75 to 1. 4.75 to 1 odds result in an approximately 17% probability of hitting the straight with the next card. The next important concept are the so-called pot odds. Pot odds are the ratio of the size of the pot and the size of the current bet or call. Take a look at the bottom right example. Only 2 players remain in the current pot, Big Blind and MP2. The pot size is 10 BB and Big Blind bets 5 BB. If you now want to determine the pot odds for MP2, first look at the pot size, which is 15 BB after the Big Blind's bet. To see the next card, MP2 would have to call at least 5 BB, resulting in pot odds of 15 to 5 or 3 to 1 after division by 5. From the pot odds of 3 to 1 it can be deduced that MP2 has to win on average at least once in 4 cases, so MP2 needs a 25% shot. You might have noticed that odds and outs indicate a chance, while pot odds indicate how much of a chance there must be for a given pot size and bet size. Accordingly, these 2 concepts can be linked in a useful way. The tendency is that if the pot odds are larger than the odds, this is an indicator for a profitable call. Take a look at the first example. Hero holds a flush draw with 9 outs against 2 opponents. The pot size on the turn is 10 BB. The first opponent bets 5 BB, which is half of the pot the second opponent calls. Hero has now pot odds of 20 to 5 or 4 to 1 after division by 5. The odds are 37 to 9 or approximately 4 to 1 after division by 9. Since the pot odds and the odds are about the same size, but Hero can potentially win way more than just the current pot in case of a flush, this is a situation where a call tends to be profitable for Hero. Now take a look at the second example. Hero holds an open-ended straight draw and plays against one opponent only. The pot is 10 BB and the opponent bets half the pot size on the turn, which is 5 BB. The pot odds for Hero are in this case 15-5, or after division by 5, 3-1. The odds are 38-8, or about 4.75-1. Since the pot odds are smaller than the odds, this is an indicator that a call might not be profitable. Please be aware that the odds and outs are an indicator only and that there are usually more aspects that need to be considered for a final decision. In the first example, these were the potential additional winnings in case of hitting the flush. However, if you don't have any further information available, odds and outs are a very solid decision-making tool that every poker player should be able to use properly. As in life in general, there's nothing for free in poker. However, you don't have to calculate the odds in your head at the table. For typical situations, these odds are well known and can be written down in tables and charts. Some of the most important situations in which you want to know your odds are shown here in the table. Starting with the hand with the most outs, try to follow the examples from the top left to the bottom right. If you hold a flush draw combined with an open-ended straight draw, you are enjoying 15 outs, which is odds from the flop to the turn or the turn to the river of 2-1, or odds from the flop to the river of 1-1. If you hold a flush draw or an open-ended straight draw with a pair, you are enjoying 14 or 13 outs, which is odds from the flop to the turn or turn to the river of 2.5-1 and odds from the flop to the river of 1-1. If you hold a flush draw combined with a gut shot, you are holding 12 outs, which means odds from street to street of approximately 3-1 and odds from the flop to the river of approximately 1-1. In case you hold a pure flush draw, you have 9 outs and odds from the flop to the turn or turn to the river of approximately 4-1 and odds from the flop to the river of 2-1. If you hold an open-ended straight draw, you have 8 outs and odds from the flop to the turn or turn to the river of 5-1 or odds from the flop to the river of approximately 2-1. And if you hold a gut shot draw plus a pair, you are enjoying 9 outs, which is odds from the flop to the turn or turn to the river of 4-1 or odds from the flop to the river of 2-1. If you draw with a pair to 2-pair or trips, you have 5 outs, which is odds from the flop to the turn or turn to the river of 8-1 or odds from the flop to the river of 4-1. If you hold a pure gut shot draw, you are enjoying 4 outs, which is odds from the flop to the turn or turn to the river of 11-1 and odds from the flop to the river of approximately 5-1. And last but not least, if you hold a pocket pair and draw to a set, you have 2 outs, which is odds from the flop to the turn or turn to the river of 22.5-1 and odds from the flop to the river of approximately 11-1. If you memorize these 9 situations or put them on your desk as a chart, you will be able to determine your outs and odds very quickly during the game and find out if a bet or call tends to be profitable for you or a losing play. In this video, I have introduced you to the concepts of odds and outs and pot odds. You now know what your outs are and how to determine the odds. You've also learned how to compare odds and pot odds to get a solid indicator of whether a bet or call tends to be profitable or is a losing play. Did you like the video? Please consider liking the video. Which videos do you want to see on this channel? Tell me in the comment section. And if you want to support the channel and not to miss future videos, consider pressing the subscribe button. I wish you success in your game when using odds and outs and wish you good luck at the tables.